Cantona returns to Elland Road. The first of his 4 championship medals in the last 5 seasons was won with Leeds United when he joined their title push in 1992, although he only started 6 games. But a more recent exchange between the two clubs saw the transfer last month of Lee Sharp, who cost Leeds almost 4 times the fee for Cantona 4 years ago. Sharp began to repay that £4.5 million with the winning goal against Wimbledon in the last home game. Since then, Leeds have won 1-0 at Blackburn, thanks to number 20, Ian Hart, who's had quite a week. They field an unchanged side with new signings Nigel Martyn, Lee Bowyer and Ian Rush, as well as Sharp, all pleasing Howard Wilkinson, who's still without Dorigo, Dean and Yeboah. He awaits the decision of Oldham's Gunnar Haller, for whom Leeds made an approach yesterday. A change in the Manchester United side after Gary Pallister failed a fitness test on a knee injury this morning. It means they revert to a flat back 4 and Karol Poborský starts in midfield. Andy Cole is among the substitutes after recovering from pneumonia. They face Juventus in the Champions League on Wednesday, and the benefits of Alex Ferguson's increased squad, including Poborský, look about to be felt, especially while he's still without Roy Keane and Philip Neville. The match referee is Martin Bodnam of Cornwall, and he won't have quite as far to run this season at Elland Road. Howard Wilkinson has had the pitch narrowed to its original width. Well, sparks usually fly when these two meet. There was quite a hostile or volatile reception for the Manchester United team when they arrived at the ground. And a lot of rivalry here. Leeds have won the last 2 fixtures between the clubs on this ground after previously having a poor record. Free kick to Leeds. Ian Rush in unfamiliar colours this season. Gary Kelly takes it, looking for Richard Jobson, number 16 on this side. Don't mention Manchester United to him. He was in the Oldham team that was within a minute of the cup final when Martyn scored the equaliser 2.5 years ago. Nicky Butt in midfield. Poborský's playing on the right from the start, which may mean a more central role for David Beckham, number 10, which is Poborský. And there's Beckham. Butt who's made the forward run. Giggs in the centre. And a corner to Manchester United. Ronnie Johnson and David May on their way forward. Poborský to take it. There's Johnson off the line. Johnson off the line. Goal! Manchester United take the lead in their first attack, and Ronnie Johnson, the Norwegian, well, how many bites at that did he have? The Leeds defenders, trying to cover their goalkeeper, scrambled it away twice. But here's the first header by Johnson. Off the line by Ford, in again by Johnson, off the line a second time. It has to be an own goal by the goalkeeper, surely. It went in off his head. A most unusual sequence. It's Cruyff. He went past Kelly all too easily. And a follow-up, oh, well saved. Nicky Butt can't believe that. He hit it well enough. Nigel Martyn, a splendid reaction save. Jordi Cruyff here left Gary Kelly on the ground, and he just knocked it back into the path of Nicky Butt. Good side foot effort, fine stop. This is Neville. But, oh, he showed Cantona exactly where he was going to put that. This is Poborský. Giggs in the middle with Cruyff. Giggs missed it completely. Now Irwin. Another chance perhaps here for Giggs. And this time he blazes over. But Leeds must be concerned because Manchester United are carrying the game to them, and the attack is virtually relentless. Coming back in from Irwin, and even then with 2 defenders, Giggs still got the strike. Alex Ferguson, whose great ambition this season is to win the Champions League, and that programme starts on Wednesday against Juventus in Turin. Oh, Bowyer got caught there by Butt. This is Cruyff. Oh, certainly packs a punch, Jordi Cruyff. Leeds had 4 or 5 white shirts around him, but not close enough to stop him from getting the shot in. That was Gary Neville challenging an old colleague. Oh, another lovely flick from Cantona. Goodness me, that was worth paying to see. Here's Giggs. Irwin's made a great run down the left, inside to Cruyff. Oh, full-back, penalty. Yes, David Weatherall, well spotted by Martyn. No question that he was pulled back. Wonderful move started by Cantona. Giggs, Irwin, here's Cruyff. There's the pullback of the shirt by Weatherall. It must be a penalty, it must also be a booking. And on the ground, where he was once a hero, Cantona to take the penalty against Leeds. Oh, he's missed it. Well, I've never seen Cantona miss a penalty before. He's scored in cup finals. In the heat of big encounters, he's just rolled them in, and today he's rolled it past the post. A Cantona penalty miss. There's a collector's item. And Howard Wilkinson knows that for the moment his side have got off the hook and have at least got an opportunity to find a way back into a match which for the most part has seen them on the receiving end. But it would have been worse if that penalty had gone in. And there's the half-time whistle. It didn't go in. So it remains 1-0 to Manchester United in this meeting of the Northern Giants. Cantona, I don't think even he can believe he missed that. But earlier, much earlier, an unusual own goal, which has to be debited to the Leeds goalkeeper, Nigel Martyn, put his side behind in the 3rd minute, following Ronnie Jonsson's header off the corner. So Manchester United now playing from the right. There's something of a feeling that Europe can be a distraction, but they'll certainly go to Turin with confidence high if they hold on to their lead here. Leeds not part of the European scene this season. This is Gary Kelly. Well, the crowd have been a little restless 1 or 2 previous Leeds matches, and tolerant so far today, which is only what should be expected when you're playing the champions. Beckham, 5 forwards up, but a poor pass, and given away carelessly by Hart. And Poborský for Manchester United. It's a good run, this. Oh, and Nicky Butt. 2-0. And a fine piece of play by Nicky Butt in particular, but also by the provider, Karol Poborský. The champions carving a hole in the Leeds defence. Poborský coming through after Hart had given the ball away, and look at Nicky Butt between the 2 white shirts and just prodding the ball past the advancing goalkeeper. Ford. That was Bowyer that one in the face. But the referee will stop the game. A head injury demands instant attention. Lee Bowyer. Happened here when Ronnie Jonsson attempted to clear the ball. Well, he did clear the ball, but Bowyer got the worst of it. I think it hit him in the eye. Wilkinson is going to make a treble substitution. 3 players coming on. Mark Haitley, Andy Gray and Lucas Radebe. 1 player is already off, that's Bowyer, who had the blow in the face. Off comes Ford and off comes Wallace. Here's Giggs. And this is Cruyff. Cantona goes the other way. And Giggs again. Cantona far post. Oh, and here's Beckham. Well, he's scored more difficult ones than that in the recent past, but it was an alarming gap in the penalty area which he found. Ryan Giggs here cuts the ball back beautifully from the angle, and it's sat up really for David Beckham on the volley. Giggs still a threat. He's put a lot of energy into today's game, Ryan Giggs. Oh, given away for Poborský. Well, that could and should have been 3-0, and the Leeds crowd very unhappy with the way their team again gave the ball away. This is Ian Hart, who was slack, and Poborský floated it past the goalkeeper and wide. And Manchester United are going to reintroduce Andy Cole to the Premiership. Hasn't appeared this season because of an illness, but he's coming on now, and they're going to give Jordi Cruyff a rest. And Cole has got a good reception from the away supporters. They've given the ball away yet again. Giggs finds Cole, and Cole tricking Richard Jobson, and he's in on goal here, Andy Cole, but the shot didn't do justice to what preceded it. This is Radebe. Oh, all too often Leeds have dwelt on the ball in their own half and been caught in possession. Here goes Beckham. Oh, goodness. Nigel Martyn tipped it over. But this young man is going through a phase which he will hope to sustain, but David Beckham, a dipping volley. Can he keep this sort of form up? Worrying times, really, for Howard Wilkinson. And his team here are 2 down with 15 minutes to go, and have shown no sign so far of breaching the champions' defence. But here comes Kelly. There's always hope. The play's come to altogether to a standstill, but Gray to rush. Palmer. Ian Rush getting in front of his marker there. David Beckham, look at that. He's everywhere. And a good pass too to Cantona. That changes the whole shape of the play. And here's Karol Poborský right through on goal for Manchester United. And that just about seals it. It's 3-0. And Cantona congratulated by his colleagues, as is Poborský. That goal certainly wasn't made in England, but the combination of the overseas players, a joy to behold. Cantona on the centre line, releases Poborský clear of the defenders, and this time, having missed before, he makes no mistake. It's his first goal for Manchester United, and the opportunity put really on a plate for him by a delicate little pass from the captain, which sent him absolutely clear. Poborský driving it past the goalkeeper, and in the meantime Manchester United make another change. Brian McClare has come on in place of David Beckham. Here's Haitley, that's a good touch. This is Ian Rush. Oh. United first to the ball again through Ronnie Johnson. This is Hart. That's a good effort, the best we've seen all afternoon from Leeds. but it's come all too late. Peter Schmeichel gets a bit of practice in before Wednesday from Ian Hart. So in the last minute, Leeds have a corner. Weatherall's up there, back in again. Oh, and off the bar from Haitley. Fastening on to Jobson's knockback. Here comes Lee Sharp. And Schmeichel is called into action. The last 60 seconds has been busier for him than the rest of the game put together. Lee Sharp this time. But it was Mark Haitley who came closest. Jobson heads it back across. Haitley against the bar, but it's just not Leeds' day. Forward by May. There goes Andy Cole. Tangling with Gary Kelly, referee in close attendance. Nothing to really trouble the officials today. It's been something of a one-sided contest, if truth be told. Radebe. Solskjaer hasn't seen much of the ball since he came on, but he has now. Cottoning on to Cantona's pass. Cantona again. He and Giggs have been almost Neville. Effortless in the way they've dominated proceedings at times. And Cantona again, and that's just how easy he's made it look. Well, well, well. If he felt the need to make up for the penalty, he's done it in time added on for stoppages. And it's 4-0 to Manchester United. As the ball's floated in from the right, Cantona gets his right foot wrapped round that. Solskjaer provided the cross, and Cantona, look at that for a finish. And the final whistle goes. Cantona has returned to Ellen Road in commanding fashion, and as Manchester United are applauded off after a 4-0 victory, despite a penalty miss, Leeds United are being booed off by a section of the crowd because today they were comprehensively outplayed and outmanoeuvred by the champions. And apart from one little spell right at the end, there wasn't a moment in the game when you could say Leeds looked like causing Beckham and Cantona and company any real trouble. Manchester United go off to Turin in good heart. Leeds United have some serious thinking to do. Do you feel Manchester United are better equipped for the Champions League this year than in past years?
Yes, I think they are. I think that we have a good young team with good ability, good temperament, and good speed in their play. I think the question mark will be, and there is a question mark, that how they can adapt tactically. Because I feel in the last couple of years, or the last 2 or 3 years, we have failed because of our tactics, recognising the opponent's tactics. And if we can really pick up on that point, where I think the Europeans are better than us, then I think we can do well.
At any big club now, expectations are huge because there's so much money in the game. I mean, does that put more pressure on you personally?
I think the pressure is an individual thing. Obviously, the big money attracts all sorts of things, more media attention, the fans expect more. But the manager and the player cannot deal with things which are beyond his control. All the player can deal with is himself and the game and the opponents. All the manager can deal with are his players and their performance. Outside of that, things are out of my control. So whilst, yeah, they cause difficulties, they're a distraction, they can be an annoyance, and in that sense, people might say there's pressure, but basically, the pressure is the pressure that you that comes into being when you say to yourself, You know, did I do everything this week to get as good a result and as good a performance as I could have done?